yes, this can be used in a team way, and it is being used in a team way, but I want to draw out that a little bit because there's some very helpful things that have been learnt in the last 9 years. Let me give you some examples. So, is it used in a team way? Yes. Boys' brigades in Singapore, they're all using it. Okay, youth groups I know use it. I know Bible study groups that use it. But there's no question that it gains enormous amount when you're actually investing on a one-to-one basis, because you are giving time to that individual in a Google age where they ask questions to Mr. Google in the privacy of their home on a one-to-one basis. So when they got you on a one-to-one basis, they don't mind asking you a question. When they're in a group of people, increasingly, they don't like asking questions. So my advice would be, if you're going to use it on a group basis, always please offer the individuals in the group, listen, I'd love to see you on your own. If you've got some questions you'd like to discuss on our own, let's have a coffee, or let's have a lunch, or let's go out together just for a walk and we can discuss that on your own. Offer the possibility of one-to-one. Now, here's the one thing I wouldn't do. It's 21 chapters, John, and I think my wife would have a huge problem if I was sitting down with a woman on a regular basis to go through 21 chapters, privately discussing her most inmost thoughts as she comes to commit her life to Christ. I think that's not right, do you? So I ask men, would you please stick to men? And ladies, would you please stick to ladies? By all means, and I've done this with a couple, or I've seen couples actually relate to other couples and do this, but please don't do this. Now, I've got to tell you one quick, very funny story about that, because I gave one talk, and sitting in the front row was a gentleman who, shall we say, politely, wasn't young. Okay, and he was actually, all the way through my evening, he was getting terribly excited. He was, yeah, you tell him. I can see he was getting very excited. And I got to the end and I said about, look, please, guys, would you do this with guys? And women, would you please do this with women? And his face fell a mile. And he walked up to me and he said, I was thoroughly enjoying your evening until you said that. He said, I've got this 89-year-old widow who lives next door, and I was going to do it with her. And it turned out he was 91. Now, in his case, I said, brother, we'll give you dispensation. And by the way, invite me to the wedding. No, I didn't say the last bit, but you get my point. It is very, very personal. Now, by all means, if you're in a committed relationship with someone, then by all means do that. But please be careful. It is a very private and long process to go through. So I think it best if the sexes stay apart.